This is one of Britain's most iconic racetracks. We've seen the likes of Ayrton Senna, Emerson Fittipaldi and Jim Clark all win races here. And this weekend, it's this lot's turn as they take to the Grand Prix circuit here at Brands Hatch for round 4 of Lotus Cup Europe. Who will join our list of winners? Well, let's find out. Over the last few programmes, we've taken a look at the 211s and the production cars. And this week, it's the turn of the Exige class. What is it about these cars that appeals to the drivers?
Well, in this particular case, we've had it specially built with a paddle shift. So in many respects, it's similar to drive to a Ferrari. I suppose I've got out of sync with stick shifts, as I would call them, as the Americans call them. But it really has come together rather well. We built it last year. It's quite quick. And it handles extremely well. So, you know, one of the reasons I built it was to get from it what I've just really said, a paddle shift car in a Lotus, but with a Honda engine. So it does perform and handle extremely well.
And I see you've got 2 cars out this weekend.
Mm-hmm. We've got the Exige and the Elise, and BJ's driving this one. He's had more experience than I have of actual racing, with Lotus in particular. So I would probably anticipate he will do better than me.
Well, we'll find out soon. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Paul, it looks like you've literally come straight from a cornfield.
Well, just about. We got rained off combining last night, got up this morning, still raining, watching the forecast, watching the live free practice on the results and thinking, I'd rather be driving. So gave Paul a quick call and somehow we managed to get here.
So you literally made a last-minute decision this morning, trailered the car all the way here.
Yeah, it was a bit of an eventful trip. What normally takes about an hour and a half took 3 hours thanks to the M25, and pulled as usual magic and pulled all the stops out and got me through scrutineering, got all the car checked over, me checked in, signed in, and here we are.
Unbelievable. And how was qualifying?
Not too bad at all. Luckily I was here a fortnight ago and yeah, just tried to stay out of trouble, just trying to remember where I was going, and yeah, I think I qualified about 32nd out of the grid, so pleased with that.
Oh, very nice too. So when you're back to combining?
Possibly tomorrow, they will be. I'll have to give them a call and see if it's just too dry, but I think it's going to rain, I'll be all right. And if it rains here, even better.
Jonathan, tell me, what appeals to you about the Exige?
I wanted a sports car to have some fun, and the Exige is just great, fantastic car on the road, but when you get it on track, that's really where it is the fun car, and it's the right place to have the car on the track.
And in terms of preparation for the races, who does that for you?
I've done it all my own. I've done it by myself, got no big team behind me. Takes time, but actually, if you're methodical, it's not that difficult to do.
So how have you gone about learning how to run the car?
Really just by feel. I did a lot of track days before I started racing, and talking to everybody else around the pits. You know, everybody's very helpful in Lotus on track, very friendly, so it's feel and talking to other people.
And being new to racing as well here at Brands Hatch, this is your first visit, right?
It is, never done the track before, so going out this morning for first practice was quite interesting. It's a fantastic track, learnt a lot, and looking forward to qualifying this afternoon.
Do you think we'll see you on the podium?
I would doubt that very much, but obviously in the future that's where I'm aiming. I've got some goals today. There's a few guys that I want to beat. I want to put some better times together than this morning, but it's just carry on improving. You never stop learning.
We've heard from our Exige drivers, and now it's time to join them in race 1 to see how they get on. This is a 20-minute race from a standing start. Let's take a look at the full grid.
As ever, a capacity field from the Lotus Cup Europe here at Brands Hatch this weekend. Pole position should have gone to Gavin Kirby, but he was taken ill overnight, so the pole position spot will be empty for races 1 and 2 today. Roman Rotro therefore all alone on the front row of the grid. Further back, plenty of adventures in qualifying, meaning the likes of Marcus Jewell and Stuart Plotnick could go well in their production class Elises. Donald Cannard showing very well thus far this season. Steve Quick also could be expected to be a contender, having gone very rapidly in the opening Lotus on Track Elise Trophy race of the year on the Indy circuit. Very, very full grid with 40 cars being rounded out by Gregor Zechka And then on the back row of the grid, Jose Vazlan and Michael Corridon, who had a lot of problems in qualifying yesterday. Paul Baker starting from the pit lane as the red lights go on. They got a terrible start from Rotaro. A very good start therefore from Scott Cruikshank and Steve Williams. And it's Williams in the yellow car who's going to swoop around the outside of the red number 1 car of Scott Cruikshank into paddock and take the lead. Will he do so? Yes, he does, as the road plunges away. The leading 211's through safely. Further back, it's sideways and contact. Nigel Ayres scatters his gravel trap. Steve Quick as well takes forward the action. It's Russell Hill in the silver car who has become beached at the very edge of the gravel trap. Now that could well lead to a safety car intervention. Looks as if Quick is going to rejoin the fray. Unfortunately, Ayres and Hill out of the action already. Steve Williams leading this wonderful field through Graham Hill Bend for the first time, chasing there Gregory Rass in the first of the exiges. So it's Williams who has the advantage over Cruikshank, although Rotaro barges through as they go through Surtees, and Christophe Lezondre there in the black car also looking to make the move into fourth position. We go Inco, David Jacobs through Surtees. Oh dear, it goes all wrong. He spins around. Now will he be collected by anybody as the field surges through? Jacobs very calm in the cockpit as the safety car does go out. We're in car with Nigel Ayres, and you can see Russell Hill sliding across, nowhere for Ayres to go. Bang! Into the gravel trap goes Ayres. Great shame for him. Let's hope that damage can be repaired for race 2. In car with Paul McNeely, and fortunately for him, he goes to the right side of the rotating hill. You can see Stuart Plotner there in the white car as well, just getting out of the way in time. So Ayres bounces into the gravel trap. Steve Quick goes more slowly through the gravel, but he rejoins the rear of the field as the cars bunching up through Stirling's. The wave yellow flags mean we're still under safety car conditions. Now we're about to go green once more as it's Steve Williams who is leading from Romain Rotaro, then Christophe Lezondre in third place as they streak through. Let's get action underway, and Rotaro has got a very good run. Williams, he looks to the high wide line going into Paddock Hill Bend, braking incredibly late. Is he going to round the road here? Well, he locks the brakes as he goes to Paddock, and across the gravel trap he goes. Drama for the Magny Core race winner, Romain Rotaro, as he shuffles all the way down the order. Well, that was really just a bit too optimistic from the Frenchman. He went to the outside, he braked impossibly late, so now Steve Williams has got a sizable advantage over Christophe Lezondre, Rotaro's Boursier competition teammate, and he has got Scott Cruikshank right on his tail. Then it's Tom Chataway going very nicely in fourth place with Simon Deacon in fifth in the all-black 39 machine. There is Deacon making his way through Surtees. Well, a bit of drama there in the pit lane. Marcus Nikovic retiring to the outer paddock as they come down Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorne's fantastically fast part of the Grand Prix loop here. And Hawthorne's just slightly cambered. The drivers really can carry the speed through as they then head into Westfield. Braking very late as Deacon looks to the inside of Tom Chataway. That's brave from Simon Deacon as they go into Westfield again. The road falling away from the drivers. They go down into Dingledale. That brings them up to the very fast right-hander of Sheen's Curve. Exit Sheen Curve and then on towards Stirling's, the cambered left-hander, which really does propel the drivers with quite some force as they make their way into there. There also is Mark Gooday, who severely damaged his car in the second race at Magny Core. Good to see that's repaired, and he's right on the tail of Simon Deacon, as you can see as well. Romain Rotaro recovering his way up through the field, picking his way past Pete Story. So it's Steve Williams who leads through with Christophe Lezondre and Scott Cruikshank. This great three-way battle, which is being headed up by Tom Chataway, one of Tom's best performances of 2010 thus far. He's got Deacon and Gooday right on his tail. Mark Gooday looks to the inside of Simon Deacon, and well, that really was very late on the brakes from Mark Gooday. Deacon swooping across, claiming the line to the hairpin at Drew as they go. There is Romain Rotaro, who has clearly not been deterred at all by his trip through a gravel trap. So he is now working his way onto the tail of Mark Gooday. And really for Rotaro, this is absolutely ideal because he's got three cars ahead of him fighting out amongst themselves, which means he can close the gap down. He's got the headlights ablaze. Not sure really that Mark Gooday needs reminding he's got Rotaro right in his tail as they make their way through Surtees out onto the Grand Prix loop, plunging down Pilgrim's Drop. The 4-11s running line astern in the fight for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th place. We've also got right there in the mix as well the third place man Scott Cruikshank, as Rotaro has made his way past Mark Gooday. So Rotaro gains another position. He goes 6th. He looks to the inside of Simon Deacon. That is for 5th position. They head down into Dingledale, climbing up towards Sheen Curve. You can't really overtake there. Not that it's concerning Rotaro too much. He's right there on tail of Deacon. Deacon in turn looking to the inside of Tom Chataway as they make their way safely through Stirling's. Great race this, as they then accelerate on towards Clearways, which is incredibly rapid on this Grand Prix loop. You can see there the road just falls away from the drivers as it's still Steve Williams in lead. Rotaro looks to the outside of Simon Deacon. He's not going to find any joy there, so instead he hugs the pit wall as they streak along the Bramham Straight. Another lap consigned to the history books. Up towards paddock they go as Cruikshank now come under some real pressure from Tom Chataway. This is a great drive from Tom. Scott Cruikshank, whose second race at Magny-Cours, which was the last meeting for the Lotus Cup Europe, ending in disappointment where he came together with Romain Rotaro. Rotaro continued to claim second position. Scott Cruikshank fortunately only continued as far as the nearest marshal's post, buried in the gravel trap. So at the moment he's got third place. He's got Chataway right on his tail. Then Simon Deacon, then Romain Rotaro. Rotaro at the moment passing cars at the rate of 1 a lap as they fan out almost 3 abreast going into Surtees. It's Cruikshank who's lost out to Chataway. He's lost out as well to Deacon. As we watch some of the runners a little bit lower down the order, that's Gregor Zechka and Steve Quick, also Paul Baker. Quick and Baker recovering from a poor starts. Quick we saw going through gravel track, Baker from the pit lane. So it's now Tom Chataway in third place with Simon Deacon right on his tail. Then Romain Rotaro. They make their way into Westfield, and Chataway moments ago on the offensive, now very much on the defensive. What order will they arrive at Dingle in? Well, the answer is just the same as they climb up towards Sheen Curve once more, with then Mark Gooday also having picked his way past Scott Cruikshank. I wonder if Cruikshank may have a slight problem because he's been shuffled to the very rear of this group, and usually Scott's pace is a little bit quicker than that, as Chataway can see Christophe Lesandre and Steve Williams escaping ahead of the field. There goes the race leader, Steve Williams. There's Christophe Lesandre in second. Here comes battle for third, and the rest as Rotaro goes through on the inside of Simon Deacon as they go through Clearways. So Romain Rotaro, another position gained along the Bramham Straight, which isn't straight at all. It curves to the right as they climb then up towards paddock before the road just drops away sharply to the right. Rotaro works his way right onto the white rear bumper of Tom Chataway. Up to Druids they go. Chataway running a little bit wide, but so does Rotaro. That gives Simon Deacon half an opening, which you can't really capitalise on. They plunge back downhill in towards Graham Hill Bend, which is something of a false overtake opportunity, and then accelerate along Bottom Straight on towards Surtees and the Grand Prix loop. As they make their way through Surtees, we'll go for a break. We'll see you back in a couple of moments' time.